I was clean for 7 months, guys. I was doing so good, and then I just clicked on the book outlet tab by accident on my computer, and then I placed an order. I was doing so good, and here I am again. If you look back, I'm pretty sure my last book outlet haul was August of last year. That's how good I've been. I mean, yes, I've been uploading a ridiculous amount of book hauls, but those have all either been like review books or pre-orders or just kind of like splurgy type items. I haven't gone on book outlet since August, and here I am. Let's get into the box because it's kind of like busting at the seams. Like it's literally like not even taped on this side. So it's looking a little rough. Hopefully the books will all be okay. But I am sitting on the floor also in case you guys see different books behind me because I don't feel like holding this up the entire time. I have it propped on my little stool next to me because I'm too short to reach the top shelves of my library, so I need a stool in here. Stop talking, let's get to the books. Okay. Oh, yep, that side just popped right open. So let's get into this. Okay. Oh, it's been so long. What, packing slip's boring. Paper is boring. You know what's not boring? These. Hey, book outlet, you know me real well. Thanks. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's more paper, hold on. Okay. Oh, I ordered a lot of books. Okay, I didn't think I ordered that many. It looks like a lot though, this is pretty full. So, let's just kind of get started and see what happens. Okay, so the first book is, we'll go with this one. This is Wake of Vultures by Lila Bowen. This one sounded intriguing to me. And I just kind of bought it on a whim. I actually haven't heard of this book at all, haven't seen anybody review it. The synopsis on the back is like super vague. It's just like a whole bunch of little blurbs and reviews and stuff and like a little tiny paragraph, but looking it up on Goodreads, it's a really dark fantasy that takes place in a desert land. Not that you would really get that from this, but it seems like it's kind of more of a paranormal type story. So it's following a woman who is a half-breed who dresses like a boy, raised by folks who don't call her a slave but use her as one, and one day a stranger attacks her and absolutely nothing can stop him. And she's apparently a pretty savage fighter and she can't stop him except when she stabs him through a heart with a stake. So this sounds like it's gonna be kind of a desert dark fantasy type thing. But it sounds vampire-y, and it's been a while, and I've just been intrigued by this. It's gotten really good reviews, so I just kind of impulse bought this. Good choice, me. Next book that I'm pulling out, oh man, I love these covers, is a sequel to a book that I haven't read, and that is Seeker by Veronica Rossi. This is the sequel to Rider, which I own and have not read. Can you guess why I bought them? There are horses on the cover. I'm still a horse girl. Like, I will never not be a horse girl. Like, I've owned horses my entire life. I've been a rider. Equestrian stuff is like my jam. This is not really equestrian, but it follows, I believe, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I don't know, but I just got the audiobook to the first one, so maybe that'll entice me to actually read this, but I mean, I just really like the covers of these, and it's Veronica Rossi, who is a pretty trusted YA author. It sounds cool. I just haven't heard much about it. Like, I haven't heard many people read these and review them. Maybe it will be me. Next book that I picked up is Romancing the Throne, and this is by Nadine Jolie Courtney. That's 3 first names. Cool name. I've just seen this being tossed around a lot in a lot of the like YA groups that I follow, and it sounds like a very stereotypical like rags to riches type of story. Like the back synopsis is literally 2 sisters divided by 1 prince equals 1 royal heartbreak. So I think it's just 2 like average girls who find a royal guy and want to date him. I don't know, I'm feeling very contemporary-ish right now, so I kind of pick these up when I find them for cheap. And this one I've heard really good stuff about, so I'm into that trope. I'm down with it. Oh man, book outlet coming in strong with a second one. Thanks! So the next book I picked up, and I wish that I had gotten it when I was at the book festival that I was at because the author was there, but this was on book outlet for really cheap, so I picked up Moxie. This is by Jennifer Matthew, who was awesome. I met her there, she was awesome to listen to. It's blurbed by Amy Poehler. This book has like gotten around on BookTube and book blogs and stuff. It just sounds awesome. It's a very like empowering feminist type story about girls who are just like not gonna take it anymore in their high school, and they kind of like form their own like feminist girl band. I'm just feeling the vibes of this book, so I just really wanted to get it. Oh man, it's flappy! So the next book is Kushiel's Dart by Jacqueline Carey. This is a series that has been recommended to me for years. Like, avid fantasy readers, like people who read like hardcore adult high fantasy have recommended this to me when I've asked for recommendations, and I finally just picked up the first one. This entire series usually goes on Book Outlet a lot. Like, you can usually get at least the first, I think there are only 3 books out. You can usually find all 3 on there. They only had the first one when I placed this order, which is okay, but oh my god, it's so floppy. I love paperbacks like this, like it's really big and floppy. Things about this, don't know. All I know is that this is a high fantasy set in a world where I know sexuality is like the norm. Like, people just get it on everywhere and it's totally fine and accepted. That is possibly the worst blurb ever for this story. When I read this, I will let you guys know what it is actually about. Okay, the next book that I'm pulling out is a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be, and that is First We Were Four by Alexandra Sarawi. This is an author that I have auto-bought her stuff, and I didn't know that this came out because it doesn't look anything like her other books. She wrote kind of like the thriller, like contemporary thrillers called The Creeping and The Telling, and it has like the letters of the title like cascading down the cover. I'll insert one here so you guys know what I'm talking about. Those. Okay, so this is the same author, and I didn't know that this came out, so I just kind of absolutely had to get it. It sounds like it's also going to be another like contemporary thriller type thing, so it's following a secret society of 4 people, and they made a pledge and danced under the blood moon on the spot where we found the dead girl 5 years earlier and discovered ancient drawings way before that. That's all I read of the synopsis, and I was like, oh, I gotta have that. That sounds great. So maybe I will do this for the readathon, because it sounds like a secret society type thing, which I think fits one of the OWL exams. So this may be read very soon, but I'm very intrigued by this, and I really like this author's writing. She's really good at telling a really like in-depth thriller in a very short amount of time. So I appreciate her writing. The next book that I'm pulling out is beautiful. Oh my god. So this is a book that I have picked up and put down so many times, and I finally just bought it because it was on Book Outlet and it's so damn pretty. And that is Zero Repeat Forever by, who is this by? G.S. Prendergast? I have no idea. I just can't handle this cover. Like just look at it. It's just so freaking beautiful, and the spine is good. I have a feeling it's gonna look good naked. Okay, the spine is real shiny. Real shiny. Book porn. Do I know anything about this? Not really. I've literally looked up the synopsis to this book every single time that I've picked it up when I'm in the bookstore, read it, go, oh, okay, I kind of know what this is about, and then put it back on the shelf, and then proceed to forget about it. But it's just so pretty. I believe this is a sci-fi story, and I think it's like an alien invasion type of sci-fi. Like, we're following 2 different people. I'm guessing the one guy is the alien because it says he has no voice or name, only a rank, and his mission is to kill all of the humans, and then we're following a human who I'm guessing crosses paths with him. I really don't know. I just absolutely had to have this book because I can't stop thinking about the cover, which tells me to at least own it and potentially read it. Story of my life. The next book that I'm pulling out was also an impulse buy. It just looked intriguing to me. I probably won't get to this until the summer, but it sounds good, and that is Midnight at the Electric, and this is by Jodi Lynn Anderson. Jodi Lynn Anderson wrote Tiger Lily, in case you guys are curious where that name is from, and The Vanishing Season, apparently, but I only know Tiger Lily from her. But this just sounds really good. The reviews of it say that it's a very like slow building story, which will probably be better for me in the summertime right now because I'm just like flying through books. So I want to be able to dedicate some time to this, but I think this follows 3 different women. One is in the future in 2065. She's a colonist on Mars. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to take that turn either. And then we are also following a person in Oklahoma in 1934 and in England in 1919. And there is something that connects all of these women, and it just sounds amazing. We are following the girl in space as she is about to leave on a mission. We are following the girl in Oklahoma in the Dust Bowl, who is like fascinated by a traveling circus called the Electric, which I guess is where we're getting the cover from. And the girl in England is struggling over losing her brother in the war. And there is, from what I hear from the reviews, a giant tortoise is what links these three girls. We're all over the place here. We're hitting some serious historical war fiction, we're hitting some like Dust Bowl traveling circus fiction, and some sci-fi. This book is all over the place and I'm just so intrigued by it. So I will probably get to this later on in the year, but I'm very intrigued by it. Ooh, I forgot I ordered this. The next book is Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kemmerer. Again, I wish I had this before going to the signing because she was also there, so that would have been cool to meet her and get it signed, but I have heard really good stuff about this, and this is a book that I've kind of had sitting in my book outlet cart forever. Like, as soon as I put it on the site, I put it in my cart and it's just sat there. So this, I believe, is about a girl who lost her mother, and the only way she is dealing with her grief is by writing letters to her mother to try and like cope with what's happened. And I believe a boy finds these letters and starts to reply to them. So I think it's going to be a really dark contemporary, and from what I've heard, it's real good, and I believe a companion novel just came out to this. Oh my god, I can't handle this cover. Okay, so I bought this next book strictly because of the cover. Do you see a theme for this video? Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Okay, so that is In Unkindness of Magicians by Kat Howard. I own one other book by her that is also super intriguing to me, and that is Roses and Rot, which I actually really want to read. So now I have two books by her that I really want to read, but just take a gander at this cover. Oh, it's so pretty. Like, I can't handle it. And it's like raised, it's blurbed by Neil Gaiman. Say no more. I will read it. It's beautiful, blurbed by Neil Gaiman. Done. So this is totally my type of story. This is set in like an underground New York City type of world. Like, this is secret, unseen city. And every 20 years there is like a tournament where all of the heads of the magical houses of magicians elect a new champion. So the turning comes early in this story, and the heir to the most powerful house in this world has been elected to become champion. And then obviously we are going to get some unknown people coming in as candidates for other houses, and there's going to be some battling. I'm so ready for this. Basically, it sounds amazing. She writes really dark fantasy stories that are just breathtaking. Oh my god, I can't handle this book. I just keep looking at it in the viewfinder and I'm just like, damn, that's a nice looking book. And the last two books in the box, oh, they look so nice together, is a duology that I've really been wanting to read ever since I heard about the first one, and that is The Great Hunt and The Great Pursuit by Wendy Higgins. Ah, they're so pretty together. Like, look at them, they go together. This, I believe, is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Go figure. There's a lot of those, but obviously there's going to be a twist, and it's set in a fantasy world. It's by Wendy Higgins, who wrote the Sweet Evil trilogy, which we all know that was a great guilty pleasure series. So I'm down for some more, and I think she's kind of stepped up her game in this. I've heard really good stuff about this duology, actually, like really good reviews. So I've been wanting to read this since it came out. I didn't even realize the second one had come out, but it obviously has because it's all the way on to Book Outlet already. So I'm just so excited to have both of these so I can binge through them. And that is everything. I have hit pan. Does that count? I've hit box. This isn't like a beauty guru type thing. I've hit box. Does that count? Can that be like a new slogan for all of my unboxings? I finally hit the bottom of the box. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed living vicariously through my obscene book buying. Is it coming to an end anytime soon? No. But it's been a while since I've done Book Outlet and it felt good. Their prices have definitely gone up, I think, because I remember being able to buy, like, this is I think 13 books. I remember being able to buy 13 books for like under $40 and it was so exciting, but it's definitely, the prices are like $1 or $2 more each book now, which is still obscenely cheap, but not as cheap as it used to be, and it makes me sad. I know they're just gaining popularity and that's great for them, but not as good for my bank account. It's okay. I've been rambling for way too long. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more book hauls, because that's what I do here. And that's gonna be it. I will see you guys in my next video.